that are safe for you and your family. So how do we use those oils? There is 3 ways to use essential oils in Canada. Well, all over the world there is, sorry. So the first way is to use them aromatically. That's when we breathe them in. Our nose, our sense of smell is actually, it is fascinating when you really start learning about the science and the chemistry of what happens in there. It is pretty cool. But to make it really simple, our nose is a direct route to our brain, right? And specifically the limbic system of our brain, which is responsible for things like mood, emotions, memory, focus, all really important things. I know as a mom of 3 kids, I can definitely on a day-to-day basis use some support for my mood and for my stress levels. I would think some people on here could probably agree with that. So we can use them aromatically. One of the really easiest way to use them aromatically is by using a diffuser. Now you guys saw my diffuser in the beginning when I set it all up. They're so easy to use. I do want to just throw some caution out there that not all diffusers are created equal as well. You can go on Amazon and buy one for $40, but the truth of it is that if it's not using high quality plastic and then you go and you throw a pure high quality essential oil in there, oils are meant to detoxify the body. And so if we add it into a cheap plastic device, it's going to start eating away at that plastic, and now that's diffusing into your air. So that's not super cool in my mind. We can also just take the bottle and smell it straight out of the bottle. Did you guys see my sign back there? It was when me and my husband got married. You can smell it directly out of the bottle. You can smell it from far away, directly under your nose. You get different constituents when you do that. But that's aromatically, so right, breathing them in. The second way you can use them is topically. So what I like to do sometimes is just take a drop in my hand, rub it together. And then we've all seen that show, that Mary Catherine Gallagher, right? And just breathe it in deeply. And let it take you there. So there you've used it aromatically. Now you have that oil on your hands and you can just rub it onto your neck. You can rub it onto your wrists, wherever you like. Another super easy way to use oils topically is by making roller balls. So these are really, really easy. You just add your oils and then you dilute it with a carrier oil. So something like grapeseed oil, or Young Living makes a really amazing V6 carrier oil, which is great. It's good for your skin and it doesn't stain. So grapeseed or the V6 are my go-tos. You can use other oils depending on your skin type or depending on where you're rolling it, or just your preference of smell for so this one here is an immunity roller. This is something that we roll on our kids' feet every night just to boost their natural immunity. And when they are sick, it helps them to fight off whatever kind of infection is going on. You can also make sprays, creams, and I'm just going to show you on my table here. These are some examples of some things that we have made with our starter kit. So that's actually the kit right there. And we made all these rollers, and that's all with these starter kit oils. We've made sprays. We have a bug spray, a deodorizing spray. We have a first aid spray, cooling spray. I have a pain cream, a congestion rub that we call the snot stopper. These are just some examples. You can make hand soap and all sorts of variety of rollers. And part of what, what I do is when I add a new member to my team is I make it my purpose and my plan is to meet with every single person that does become a member and buy a kit so that I can help you learn how to use them. We can make stuff if you want to. I can provide the supplies to do that. And it just helps you really dig into those oils, because one of the most important things in order to feel the benefits that I explained in the beginning, after a couple months of using them, having that increased energy, waking up in the morning with this just renewed sense of life, having this sense of control over over my emotions and my mood, feeling focused, my memory improved. I would say my number one thing I noticed, and my family noticed, was my energy levels. At the time, I was a mom of 2 kids, right? And my husband is away a lot. And that was the first thing that he said about me was, he tells me now, like, I'm completely different. And I love that because I don't like who I was before. So, but he said one of the first things he noticed was how much more energy I had, that I would wake up at 7 in the morning or 8 in the morning whenever the kids got up, and I'd be ready for the day. Whereas before it would be like, I'd be rolling out of bed probably around 10. I'd just have the kids in the bed with me and I'd be dozing on and off. So my energy levels and my sleep quality have drastically improved. It's important also to note that when we're using an essential oil topically, let's think about our skin. Our skin is the largest organ in our body. And every day, the average woman puts over 300 different chemicals on our skin. And sometimes that's before we even leave the house in the morning. This is like a staggering number for me, because once you start learning about the harm, and not even learning, I think we all are aware. We all know that chemicals are bad for us, right? We all know that. But it's how much do we know that? How much do we understand that lotion that you put on your skin is loaded with 36 different toxic chemicals that have been actually specifically linked to different cancers and different endocrine disruptions and fertility problems. So when I started to really uncover this stuff, it was like, sickening in some ways, because I used all that. I mean, I just saw this girl posted this thing today about, a certain brand of baby product that I used on my firstborn. He's 7.5 years old. And it's like being pulled from the shelves because it's been proven to cause cancer. And like, why is this allowed on the shelves, right? All over, we have something called the trade secret law. And so companies don't have to disclose what's in their products to the consumer. They don't have to tell us what we're using. And that is scary stuff. Another reason why I love Young Living is because they are 100% transparent. They put every single ingredient of their products on the label. You can call them, you can ask them every single question that you want. You can walk onto a farm that Young Living owns, or any of their Seed to Seal certified farms across the globe. You can walk onto it and ask all of the people questions, and they can walk you through everything. They will even put you to work if you come at harvest time. So there is absolute transparency in this company. And when you start uncovering the truths behind the consumer market and what we're buying in the stores, that is peace of mind that is absolutely priceless to me. Because the things that I'm using on myself and on my family, I want to know what is in them, and I want to know that they're safe for them, because I've made enough mistakes in the past, and I want to try to correct that going forward. If we also think about something that essential oils do, is they act, or they are antioxidants. And so some of you may know what an antioxidant is. And so I'm just going to back it up and say, when we're exposed to all those chemicals, whether it's in our home from the products we use, our cleaning products, our face lotions, our shampoo and conditioner, our laundry detergent, it can also be exposure from the environment. When we're exposed to those things, it creates something called free radicals in our body. And when free radicals build up in your body, it creates a really beautiful environment for disease to live. So disease likes free radicals. Essential oils are antioxidants. And something else that's a really powerful antioxidant is our essential oil infused supplement beverage, which is called Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red took me a while to get into because I was so focused on what I was doing with the oils, and I just wasn't ready to take on something new. But I started seeing all these posts about people doing 30-day Ningxia challenges, and I thought, what the heck, so I'll try it. I cashed in my points that I had made because I'm on the Young Living monthly program, and I cashed in my points, and I got 2 bottles of Ningxia Red, and well, nearly 2 years later. So it was like October of my first year that I ordered those 2 bottles, and I drink it every day. My kids go crazy for it. We drink it every single day in this house. It's 1 to 2 ounces generally is what we have. You can have more, but to just save cost wise, we stick with 1 to 2 ounces, and it is pretty amazing. And so the essential oils and the Ningxia Red, they add antioxidants to our body. And so what antioxidants do is they destroy those free radicals, and so they take away that environment that disease likes to live. So they make your body an environment where disease has a hard time existing. So it's pretty awesome, right? Free radicals also will make you feel and look older. So I don't know about you guys, but as a almost 36-year-old woman, I don't want to look any older than I am. As I get closer to 40, I definitely feel younger than I did when I was 30, and that's because of the lifestyle changes that I've made. I do want to also say that there's no judgment coming from me, because I was not here 2.5 years ago. I was very chemically dependent. I sprayed my entire bathroom with scrubbing bubbles. I used those yucky products on my kids and on myself, and I didn't know any better. I wasn't ready to open my eyes to the truth, and I don't know what in me clicked that day. I don't know what it was, but something in me decided that I was ready to look at what else there was. There had to be another choice. And I don't regret that day whatsoever. $200 for that starter kit. You know, I was on mat leave, and that can sound like a lot of money to a lot of people. I get that. It was the best $200 I ever spent. I spend over $100 a month on my cell phone bill, and I don't even think about it. I spend over tons of money on things that are really frivolous to my life. And that kit changed my life. A lot of leaders in Young Living talk about that 1 degree change. So you're just living your life, it could be totally great. There was nothing wrong with my life 2.5 years ago. There was nothing wrong with it. I wasn't as happy as I could be. I wasn't living a life of that I felt was fulfilled and full of purpose and meaning. I didn't feel good most days. I felt tired and yucky. I got sick lots. And so it wasn't like it was totally awful. I still had a home. I still had food to eat. I had a good family, a loving family that I wouldn't trade for anything. But Young Living gave me this just slight deviation in my life. Slight. I bought that kit, I started using it, and something just changed ever so slightly. And it has opened up this path to this world that I never even knew existed. So I kind of lost where I was going with that. I've done pretty good, actually, to not be super squirrely up to this point. So what's really important, though, is like when I talk about the changes that I experienced and how dramatic it was and how I didn't even know I was looking for this until I found it, there is something that is absolutely key, because I do see people that buy a kit and they use a little bit here and then they forget about it for a while and they use a little bit more, or they only use 2 out of their kit because they just wanted it for sleep, and they don't fall head over heels with it. They're like, well, my life didn't change, right? I'm going to be very honest with you. It's not going to, unless you take that little bit of a shift and you start opening your eyes to all that it encompasses. There is an oil that can help you with almost every single thing that happens in your life, whether it's digestive support, immune support, coughs and colds when you're sick, mood, stress, sleep, skin. I could go on and on. There's so many benefits to using oils, and it actually it's a bit of a starting point, because once you start using those oils, it opens up the door to this world where there is choices that you can make to use non-toxic products. Young Living makes shampoo and conditioner, skincare products, cleaning products. You can get this bottle of Thieves Cleaner. I think it's like, I want to say $30. It's probably even cheaper. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you can make about 15 to 20 different spray bottles. And that's like at its highest concentration. I clean absolutely every single thing in my house with Thieves.